I have 64 divided by 4 equals. This 64 is your dividend. The 4 is your divisor. And then your answer is your quotient. Quotient. There. Quotient. And to solve this, you need to turn this into a long division problem. So let me go ahead and write the long division symbol. And your dividend will go inside the long division symbol. So 64 will go inside. Your divisor goes outside. And there you go. You have your long division set up to solve. Next, how many times can you fit 4 into 6? One time. So I'll write the 1 on top of the long division symbol, and then you multiply 1 times 4. 1 times 4. That gives you 4. Just erase these underlines. So 1 times 4 is 4, and you write it underneath the 6. And then you subtract 6 minus 4, that is 2. And then you bring down the 4 down, and now you have 24. Now, how many times can you fit 4 into 24? Let's do some multiplication. So we know 4 times 4 is 16. 4 times 5 is 20. 4 times 6 is 24. So we can fit 4 into 24 6 times. So I'll write 6 right up here above the long division symbol. And then you multiply 6 times 4. That gives you 24. And then you subtract 24 minus 24 is 0. And so your answer will be 16. Easy. Now, let's say you have, let's write 65 divided by 4. So the first thing is to write your long division symbol. Let me write that a little bit better. Just like that. Write it a little bit better. There we go. That's not that better. Okay, that's fine, and that's okay. Now, the 4 goes outside, 65 goes inside. How many times can you fit 4 into 6? That's 1 time. And so you multiply 1 times 4, that's 4. 6 minus 4, that's 2. You bring down the 5, now you have 25. And how many times can you fit 4 into 25? We know 4 times 5 is 20, and we know it's going to be 4 times 6 equals 24. So we'll write 6 right above here. So 6 times 4 is 24, and that leaves you with 1. 25 minus 24 is 1. Now, can you fit 4 into 1? No, you can't. So you can leave the answer as 16 and then remainder 1. However, we can also turn this answer into a decimal. So let me go ahead and erase all this to make room. And I'll rewrite everything on this side. There. So you have 65, 4, write the 16 up there. That was 25, 24, and then your 1. So what you have to do here is, actually I'll just write 16 and then remainder is 1. Now for the decimal, we will bring down, actually we'll add the decimal after the dividend number, 65, and then write 0, and then add a decimal after the 16, and then you want to bring the 0 down so we can turn this 1 into a 10. Now, how many times can 4 fit into 10? 2. So I'll write the 2 above there. 2 times 4 is 8. And 10 minus 8 is 2. Can 4 go into 2? You cannot, so let's add another 0, bring it down. Now, can 4 fit into 20? Yes. Now, how many times? 5. Because 4 times 4 is 16. 4 times 5 is 20. So you can fit 4 5 times in 20. So I'll write the 5 up here. 5 times 4 is 20. And your remainder is 0. And so your answer is 16.25. Easy. Now let's do one more for practice. Let's say 65 divided by 8. All right, so we write the 8 outside and 65 inside. How many times can 8 fit into 6? You can't, so you'll write a 0, and then you multiply 0 times 8, and that gives you 0. 0 times 8 is 0. And 6 minus 0, 6 minus 0 is 6. And you bring down the 5, so now you have 65. How many times can 8 fit into 65? We'll have to do some multiplication here. So 8 times 6 is 48. That I do know. 8 times 7, that is 56. And 8 times 8 is 64. 64 is close enough to 65, so it takes, you can fit 8 into 65 8 times. So I'll go ahead and write the 8 right above the long division sign or the symbol. So 8 times 8 is 64. So I'll write down 64 here and then subtract 65 minus 64. That leaves us with 1. So your answer can be 8 and remainder 1. But let's go ahead and turn it into a decimal. So I'll add a decimal after the 65 and a decimal after the 8. Write my 0. Now bring down this 0 down and then turn this 1 into a 10. So how many times can 8 fit into 10? That is 1 time. 1 times 8 is 8. So I'll write that underneath the 10, and we subtract 10 minus 8. That gives us 2. And now can 8 fit into 2? You cannot. So we have to add another 0. and turn that 2 into a 20, how many times can you fit 8 into 20? 2 times. So I'll write a 2 right above here. And what is 8 times 2, or 2 times 8? That is, that is 16. Let me write that up here. 8 times 2 is 16. (20 minus 16 is 4. And so can we fit 8 into 4? You cannot. So we have to write another 0. Bring down that 0. Now you have a 40. So how many times can 8 fit into 40? Well, 5 times. 8 times 5 equals 40. So I'll write my 5 right above here. 5 times 8 is 40, and your remainder is 0. So your answer is 8.125. No remainder. And there you go.